Righto, so we're at Mr. Aaron's house today and we're pulling my car apart. So I've already got the wheels off. He's working hard already. Aaron, you want to explain what we're doing exactly?
Don't really know, but we've got to get the whole front diff out to put a locker in. So we've got a full braced housing with an ARB air locker going in the front. So, got to get the whole housing out, get that out and get it done.
So yeah, we've gone on Facebook Marketplace and Aaron's found me a whole front diff assembly. It's been braced as well and it's got an ARB air locker. So we're going to throw that in today and yeah, it should be a bit of fun. Disclaimer, we're just doing this as we go. I've never done this before, so I'm learning a lot today, but pretty keen, should be good.
Next to the 17.
Righto, so we've undone some stuff.
So we've got steering arm off, as you can see here. Got pan art off. Already got the shock bolt undone for that, so I can drop the diff away. Taking the sway bar out from underneath, so we can drop the radius arms out. Got all the ABS out from up here and everything. Now working on the radius arm bushes. So back there, the mushroom bush. Working on loosening that, taking that off. Then all we got to do is brake lines off and the whole diff should roll out. We've already done the tail shaft, so tail shaft, the 4 bolts there already done. So yeah, slowly chipping away and getting it done.
I've gone ahead and undone the brake lines and just clamped them off over there. And Aaron's just jacking up the car now so we can
Pop the coils out.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you just roll back?
That's what I was thinking. A little bit maybe.
That's the scariest part. I'm going to put the jacks down under it already.
Yeah. I don't trust that, eh? So that's how it's like owning your car.
Yeah. Try to jump in.
Look at it. Imagine trying to work on that, but like the bonnet's like near up to my throat. That's crazy.
There's nothing stopping it from going.
Yeah.
So it most probably will when I lower it down. Luckily it didn't.
Just on the jack stand.
Yep. They get stuck in there because the diff's so twisted, so that since the diff rolls forward, this is the advantage of like 5-link and that type of stuff. If you see your pinion angle, so if we connect your tail shaft right now, the angle of this uni will be like so severe that it'll cause it to vibrate real bad.
Yeah.
So that's one disadvantage, and also these bushes get bottomed out in here and it's not very pretty.
I don't know if you can see that.
So yeah, that's the advantage of like your 5-link, X-link, Hyperflex, Superflex arms compared to these ones. One good thing about Toyotas,
the coils are really compressed, aren't they? Because they look small in the car, but you take them out and they actually look
decent size.
Yeah. Yep. It's one coil out.
Yep, 2-inch coils.
Hey. Nice.
Just try to hold it up if you can. Fucking heavy, I know.
Oh, it's not that bad.
What was that? Oh, it's a front little bash tray.
That's plastic anyways, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can we take that off?
Cleared. Alright.
That is heavy.
Just wheel it forward. Right, let it down there. Look at that.
Nice.
It's pretty sick, eh?
That's cool.
It looks weird without the diff in the front, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, big units, eh?
Yep.
Look at that. Yeah. Looks bloody odd having nothing under there, that's for sure. Not too good. This one isn't as bad, but they'll need to be replaced eventually, I think.
Yep, they'll be done one day.
Yeah.
Just another job.
It's all out. Yeah, this is the point where you're like, man, should I have done this, eh? like dead set, but oh, part out.
I'll buy some parts.
I know you will.
They're already in my driveway.
Free delivery.
Might as well put the marketplace listing up already.
While having a bit of a break, he's put reduction gears in this. 85%?
Yep.
There. Look how slow that is.
Not touching anything. I'm off on the brake.
This foot's on the brake and it's just wanting to go forward. That's crazy.
You can start it in gear.
That's so slow. Righto, so we're up to the stage of fitting out the compressor while we're just waiting for this thing to dry off to give it a bit of a wash. So looking around where to put it, probably this was the best spot down here. It's just an ARB single piston high output compressor, and we just mounted it to the factory holes under here that were already there. And it's good because you can like rotate all this kind of stuff and whatnot, which is nice, and move the brackets. And then you've got obviously your outlet up here, your solenoid stuff and whatnot, and we're thinking of just running the line back and then down for the front locker, just down with the diff breathers. So what we've got going on at the moment is we're cleaning up part of this housing here, because we need to weld a nut on there for the brake line, because on my one it's got it here, but on the other diff it doesn't have it. So we're just going to have to weld that on here. I need to weld a nut on there or something to get this out, because this is all rounded over, and get that out and put a new one in. And then we also have to weld on that, because that's snapped off, it's a bit hard to see. And then we've got our little piece here to put on this side and weld that on too. And then we should be all sweet to put everything from there onto this one. Oh. How's she looking?
Pretty good. It's better if it wasn't all bloody greasy. Don't worry, we're replacing the bearings. We're not reusing these bearings, so don't worry about me bloody hammering them.
Somebody in the comments will be up here.
Oh yeah, 100%. As you can see, we've got the old diff all stripped apart, so we've got both side CVs out, knuckles off, all the bearings out, CV, already said that, and top kingpin bearings and all that. So now we've got to just clean all the parts and slap it all in the new housing, put the new diff centre in, and then send it under and be done. Got to take the radius arms off this one though, but yeah, got all the brakes off and everything, so yeah, she's bloody getting there slowly, but she's fucking good as. So we had a bit of a mischief with this bung here. Basically, when we took the old one out, we welded a nut onto it or a bolt onto it, and then unscrewed it. The threads were stuffed. So luckily enough, we ended up putting like a sleeve in there, and then just another drain plug. It sticks out the tiniest bit more than the other one from the bottom of the diff, but you could always put a piece of pipe over it just to protect it, and just cleaned up everything else basically. All the ends are ready to go for our bushings and bearings and stuff like that, and just cleaned up everything in the wire wheel. Ideally I'd wanted to paint it, but we just run out of time, so I can always do it when it's on the car. That nut there we also welded, so that we could have it for our brake line clamp. And then in this box we just used a big vise and pressed in our bearings. Still have to clean up the rest of it, but we just did the inside for now. So those ones in there, all new. And then we've also done the bearings for the kingpins as well. So they're all being pressed in. And then we also welded on these brackets again, because I think this one was falling off and this one had a big crack in it. So that's all welded up, and just got to clean it all out and ready to put in the car. How's it going, Aaron? Get it back in about half a day, half an hour, I mean.
Half an hour, you reckon?
Yeah, I'll be back in. You'll be driving. What time is it now? About 10:30.
Yeah.
You'll be on by about 11:30, 12:30. You'll be out of here.
So I had to move everything inside because it had a storm, but these are the two housings next to each other, so they look the same, which is good, but you can see how much thicker this one is with all the bracing up there. compared to the other one, which doesn't have anything. So yeah, time to put it all back together. So just cleaning up the actual locker. New one to go in, it's an ARB air locker. The brass line's just on the other side of that, down there.
Real careful with that brass line. One side done, and you don't need to just about half an hour.
Yeah. Aaron, how are we travelling?
Mate, we're getting there. I can tell you right now, I'm not even doing this again. This is fucked.
Yeah, this has been a bit of a mission. We've had stuff not fit and things that are supposed to be the same that aren't the same. So we've mixed and matched parts kind of thing, but everything's back together now.
A bit of a bitzer.
Yeah, so we've got a bit of my car, a bit of the original stuff there from the Diff we picked up.
Bit of my stuff, I think.
Bit of Aaron's stuff as well. So he's putting the oil in now, and then we have to throw it in the car. So finally got the Diff under the car. We're just gonna bolt it up. We're both pretty knackered, eh? But it does look sick. So still gotta bolt everything up, but I reckon it looks pretty tough under here. Big brace Diff. Obviously we haven't connected anything yet, but looks like some crazy lift. But should all go back nicely.
We hope.
We hope, yeah, exactly. So, good times. So Aaron and I think we got everything done. We kind of tested it a little bit off camera, but air compressor. Yeah.
Locker's engaged.
Yeah.
Which it is. Locker disengaged.
Yeah.
Air compressor off.
So we were trying it before, found both of them on, and I try and spin this hub.
See the other one spinning.
And that side spinning too.
And then if I disengage the locker,
goes off, you can hear it.
hear it.
And then he'll spin this side. And that side does not move.
And that's how our locker is. She's working.
So I got way too dark last night, but it is the next day and I'm back home and we have finished the car and the locker works, as you might have seen. But I'll just do a quick run through of what we've done and kind of the hiccups that we had as well. So underneath here, it honestly looks pretty factory, which is what I wanted. I didn't want to draw attention to myself, but this little panel just behind here actually hides all the diff bracing, so it looks standard. But if you come to this side, you'll be able to see all the diff bracing up in there. We've fully rebuilt the swivel hubs, all new bearings, everything like that, all new seals, diff and everything. And in terms of the actual locker, it's an ARB air locker, so that's for a 4:11 diff ratio for the ZD30 manual GU Patrol. We've also gone ahead and done the conversion from auto locking hubs to manual locking hubs. So basically the advantage of that is just that it's a lot stronger. And we got really lucky because these are actually genuine Nissan hubs as well, which seem to be really hard to find these days. The only other thing we're supposed to do with these extended brake lines, so these are 2-inch braided lines. We had 3-inch just for the future. This nut at the back here on the actual hard line is stuffed, so I have to get a new one put on, or a whole new line so that I can put the longer brake lines on. But apart from that, everything's back together and it looks bloody good. And then in terms of the compressor, we've kind of just mounted it here temporarily because I want to put it in the back eventually, so I've just left all the lines really long and stuff like that. But we mounted the compressor here. There's actually 4 bolts underneath, so we used 2 of them that were already threaded into the body. And then you've just got your loom and obviously your air line. So your air line, I ran it back down here and it just runs all the way down there following the diff breathers and goes down to the locker. And then your harness, I've just run it through here. One side's gone to the battery obviously, and then the other side's gone down through a grommet just down in there. It's a little bit hard to see. And then from that grommet it just comes along here through those switches. So one of them's my air compressor switch, which is that one, and the other one's my actual locker switch. And then we just grab power for these off the back of the cigarette lighter over here. So overall, I'm honestly really happy with how everything turned out. Definitely learnt a lot. It was a lot bigger job than I thought, but like I said before, basically the whole front end's rebuilt with silver hubs, new bearings, new seals, everything like that. Pretty keen to test out the locker. We're going to Lithgow next weekend, so I think that'll be the perfect place to actually test it. And hopefully when I get the rear setup sorted, then I'll be able to move everything to the rear and just tidy up the wiring and stuff like that. And the last thing I like to say is a big shout out to Aaron. He helped me so much through this and kind of walked me through what to do, and I learnt heaps from it, so thanks man, appreciate it. Hopefully you guys could see in the video, just kind of teaching me how to do it, so I've got a way better understanding of basically how the whole front end works, since this is my first solid axle car. But yeah, it drives awesome, and yeah, it's just super smooth, and really keen to test it out this weekend. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed watching the video and you learnt something like me, and kind of hopefully I showed enough of the process of how to fit a front locker to a GU Patrol and basically rebuild the whole front end. So thanks for watching, I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.